Hey awesome friends, I am Awesome Danny, and you know my associate here, Sonny McSunnerson. He's waiting for some treats. So before we get into this, let's get into this. What do you say, Sonny? You want some? Can I have a paw shake for some? Oh, good job, buddy. He wasn't feeling good earlier today, so I didn't know if he was going to be here for the video. But he had a tummy ache. I think he had a hairball. Furball? Hairball? Hairball? Furball, Sonny? So we're going to go ahead and look at the new SoundPEATS GoFree 2. So that means they have a 1, which I wasn't aware of. This kind of looks like the Run Free, which we reviewed in this channel before. Kind of looks like that, but without the band. So it's actually overall an upgrade everywhere compared to the Run Free. I haven't tried the GoFree 1, so I'm not sure about that one, but I'll link the review to the Run Free in the description if you want to go ahead and check that out. But basically this GoFree 2 just takes that to the next level, in my opinion. Also, just to preface this, it's a very niche type of sound delivery. It sits on ear on the outside, and it uses air conduction, so like a speaker. It's like a little mini speaker hanging out over your ear. So with that comes some advantages and then some trade-offs, which I want to make sure that everybody is aware of, because I feel like some people might get it expecting something that it's not designed to do. Doesn't mean that it's a bad product, just means that it's not your use case. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? Let me pet you, you jerk. He's also been getting into the Christmas tree. We Ashley set it up like a few days ago, and every night he knocks something down, destroys something on it. He's been really having fun. Right, buddy? All right, so the GoFree 2. Number 2. It uses a 16.2 millimeter dynamic driver. It, like I mentioned, has a little ear hook, hangs out right on the outside of your ear. These are open ear headphones. They support 5.3 Bluetooth. They also have LDAC, which is great. That's something the Run Free did not have. It's not drastic, but you'll notice just a little bit less compression whenever you're listening to music, so it's a little bit more dynamic. All right, buddy? So you obviously have microphones in order to make any phone calls or any type of audio chat that you need to do. So I guess you could use it for Discord voice chats. You can use it on phone calls or wherever else. FaceTime. Are you leaving now that the food is over? You have an IPX5 rating. The build is actually very good, very solid. It's kind of weird that I feel like I don't hear about SoundPEATS here locally as much as, I mean, the other mainstream brands, but build quality on SoundPEATS is very good. They do a great job. They should get praised for that more, in my opinion. It's just you expect something on the lower price end to have some shortcomings there, but SoundPEATS, it's always aesthetically pleasing and then built well, so it doesn't feel cheap and it looks good. So overall, premium product feel, which is great. And then, like how I mentioned, the form factor actually results in a very comfortable fit because it's hanging outside of your ear. There's no ear tips, no readjusting or anything. You just hook it onto your ear and there you go. You're all set. We also have access to the SoundPEATS app, which I personally really like. There's not a lot of options. There's a good amount, but it's not like what some other people might be used to. If you have, you know, other apps that can help you customize your listening experience more, but I prefer a more simplistic approach. There is still more than enough options with the preset EQs, or you can do your own custom EQ. But then there's also like game mode where you can reduce latency if you're using them for gaming, which again with Bluetooth, headsets I would not recommend. There will always be a slight delay at the very least. And this also supports multi-point pairing, so hook it up to all your devices that you need to use it for. Sonny, what are you doing? Hey Sonny, do you want another treat? He's not taking the treat? Oh, there you go. You don't want a treat? Are you done eating? Okay. Wow. That's the first time he's ever not taken a treat. Interesting. All right, Sonny, so what do you think of the GoFree 2? It's obviously true wireless set. You have the case that comes in there, which I really like the case. It's a little bit bigger than probably most people would like, but it's also on the flatter side. So it's really easy to throw in your pocket. I really like the feel of the case as well, but there's no cables, no wires, nothing. So we know that he doesn't appreciate it as much, right, buddy? Now these do come in at $74.99 USD, 75 bucks. There's usually a lot of sales with SoundPEATS, and we also might have a coupon code, but either way, check to see if Amazon has any coupons available for them. But overall, at 75 bucks, it's not bad. It's actually very good. But again, if you're looking for this niche type of use case. So because of the open ear design, there is some roll-offs. So bass rolls off and so does treble. There's a lot of emphasis on the mids. Again, like the Run Free, I ended up using this for a lot of like vocal stuff, not just music, but like podcasts, any, audiobooks, listening to YouTube videos, anything like that. These are very good for. The roll off on the treble is a little bit more drastic than the roll off on the bass, which is actually good. You still get a good amount of bass impact, not as much rumble, but there's a good amount of mid bass, a little, and the initial sub bass impact. And especially if you use like the bass boosted EQ, you get a lot more there to help it feel fuller. But with the treble, it does get a little bit on the darker end. But like I mentioned before, you got EQ. You can go ahead and adjust that however you like, customize the sound for your preference. But by default, I ended up using the bass boosted EQ. The default EQ ends up being a little bit too thin for my taste. And even on the bass boosted EQ, since there is that extra emphasis on mids and a little bit of upper mids, some of my music like K-pop, anything with energetic vocals, ended up being a little bit too shouty. So for me to get, the full sound, because I would have to turn it up a little bit. Also, just a side note, these get plenty loud. I didn't have to go very far past like 50%. They get plenty loud. You're not going to need too much volume. So I would have to tone down the mids a little bit. Sorry, I didn't know how close I was to that mic. So like I mentioned, compared to the Run Free, which was the only other transducer that is open ear and similar design as this that I've tried, this is an overall upgrade. You get more features, higher quality audio with LDAC support, and overall just the sound itself is better. The fit is better. Carrying them around are better. You also get the touch controls on these, unlike the Run Free, which were more, I guess, just focused on the rugged build and ease of use. You just throw them on and they're good to go. They had hard buttons instead of touch buttons. They were just designed for active users, in my opinion. So if you're going to go biking, you're playing, some sports or going for a run or something, throw on the Run Frees. They have the band to keep it secure. That way you don't have to worry about one falling off because it would just catch around your neck. The GoFrees are a little bit less versatile in that aspect because they don't have the band. But I used them plenty in any sort of activities. I took them on walks, used them in the kitchen while I was cooking, cleaning around the home, anything like that. Even like, just working on the car, doing some yard work. They were great. It was very, very easy to use. I don't think Sonny's gonna come back. Hey, Sonny. Sonny, you didn't even tell us what you think of the GoFree. So SoundPEATS GoFree 2. I like them. They're going to stay in my rotation. They are very unique. They fulfill this use case extremely well. That is the main issue. If this is something that you're looking at that you might be interested in, just keep that in mind. If that sounds like it would work for you, then go ahead and go for it. If you need isolation, sound isolation, this is not going to be it. But on the other hand, you actually keep, environmental awareness, which in my opinion is very important. You don't want to go out and purposely dull one of your senses just because you want to listen to music. At least I know I don't. So I can put these on and still hear everything around me. I'm still going to be able to hear anything going on and be aware of my surroundings, which is great. Very important for safety. Also, hygiene. You don't have to worry about, clogging up your ears or anything like that. Wiping it down after, cleaning out your ears. I mean, you should still clean out your ears, but it's just going to be overall more hygienic. Also, battery is rated at, I think it's like 35 hours with the case, and it's like 9 hours on the earphones themselves. That's forever. I never ran these low, and I've only charged it once since I got them, and I've been using them every day. Anything I'm reviewing, I usually use at least a few hours a day. That way I can get to know the set very well. But these guys, they have very good battery, and again, just depending what you're listening to, it just might even last longer than that. So that's it. SoundPEATS GoFree 2. I give it a rec rating of 2. Keep in mind, transducer type, the way it delivers the sound is going to be a very niche use case. Don't get into it thinking that you're going to be able to get isolation like, an IEM or closed back headphones. If you're going to get like the bass performance of something like that either, unfortunately, you will not. But if you want to be aware of your surroundings, superior comfort fit, it's really good. Wait for a sale, maybe borrow them, demo them if you can. Again, usually SoundPEATS has a lot of really good deals on Amazon, so go ahead and go check that out. And that's it. So until next time, you stay awesome, friends. Bye.